Sukiotu and good morning, brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. Welcome to the weekly Dhamma Sharing Online, an initiative of the 𝘿𝙝𝙖𝙢𝙢𝙖 Council and hosted by MSBS and DBV. Now we shall cross over to Aloka Buddhist Center, Melaka, for Brother Leng Huat to begin today's Dhamma Sharing. The topic he will be sharing is We Celebrated Vesak 2023. Over to you, Brother Leng Huat.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. A very happy Vesak, all our devotees, all Buddhist brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. Yeah, we had a very long day of Vesak. We all celebrated the sacred day of Vesak, of the Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and his parinirvana. And many of us chose to celebrate Vesak our own way. And there are many ways that people celebrate Vesak. Some putting great effort to clean up the temple, to beautify the Buddha Rupa, to beautify the altar. Look at me today. Even in Aloka, it looks so different. They're full of flowers. And there are many people, many devout Buddhists, or the so-called once-a-year Buddhists. They come, they take time off their regular activities, they come and help the temple. They beautify the temple, they donate flowers, they light candles, they light joss. There's one way of celebrating this. And whatever way you do, the Buddha has assured us that through this kind of devotion, you will get a very good birth, rebirth in high heavens. So that's one group of people who will come here, putting great effort, and then they do all these kind of things, and they offer flowers and material homage to the Buddha. And they pay material homage to the Buddha with the simple idea of trying to be grateful to the Buddha. Some others may choose to observe this Uposatha day, Vaisakha Uposatha day, where they will observe 8 precepts, they concentrate more on the meditational activities, they listen to more Dhamma talk. That's another way of celebrating Vesak. So they sometimes practice what they have learned. So this is called Pati Dana. So it's another form of celebrating Vesak. But I've got a group of friends, about 20 of us, who got together and we did the 9-night chanting for pre-Vesak celebration. As a pre-Vesak preparation, we did the 9-night chanting. And this 9-night chanting, okay, yes, sometimes people ask, what is the purpose of chanting these 9 nights? Yeah? We can understand, yes. So let us take the opportunity also to tell you that this group of people, they also practice and celebrate Vesak in our own way. Now, let us come back to the point of chanting. Now, why do we do the 9-night chanting? Is to reflect on the purpose of chanting, to understand the benefits of Pali chanting. As we chant, we don't chant it as a ritual. I always stress that point that chanting is not a ritual. Chanting is actually reciting the Buddha's teaching. During the time of the Buddha, his teaching was never written. His teachings, he taught through what we call the Bhanaka system of recital, system of memorizing what the Buddha has said and to recite to the others what the Buddha has said. That makes it more accurate in the transmission of the Dhamma. So the Dhamma was kept intact and as original as possible through this system, the Bhanaka system, the system of memorizing and chanting to the next party, and they listen and continue. This thing continues and continues, and for over 2,500 years, the teachings of the Buddha was kept intact through this method of chanting. So the suttas that we chant, we always reflect that these are the teachings of the Buddha, And that was how it was kept intact. It was through the Varnaka system, which means memorizing and reciting it after you have listened to what the Buddha said. That is exactly how it was kept intact. So we will continue that tradition of trying to keep this teaching intact through the recitation of the sutta. That was our purpose. Yeah. The teachings of the Buddha was only written down in the 1st century BC in Sri Lanka, when there was a great famine. So the king there at that time, the reigning king, thought that it's best to keep the teachings intact through written records. So the first time it was written was on the ula leaves. So the teachings of the Buddha was kept intact in Sri Lanka later. Because of the famine, the king was afraid that many of the senior monks would die because of the famine. So he requested that it should be written down so that the things would be intact. And they were written on the ula leaves. That was the 1st century BC. And on the ula leaves, it was kept. Then it was kept. The tradition was kept intact up to today. We still have some monks who are able to actually carve it on the ula leaves, the manuscript. We hope one day that we will invite this kind of craftsmen to Malaysia to demonstrate the writing on the ula leaves so that we can see that. Okay, so that is how it was kept intact again. After the Varnaka system, that was kept intact, and even today, the writing on the ula leaves is still being practiced in Sri Lanka. The younger monks in some rural temples, they are still practicing that. That is another form of meditation. After they have written, they smear with ink and they will clean it slowly the whole day as a form of meditation. Cleaning the ula leaf, focusing, concentrating is another form of meditation. Yeah. So now coming back again, that's why we chose to chant 9 hourly, 1 hour per night for 9 nights in session. We chose to celebrate Vesak that way. We want to keep that intact. Now, again, what benefit does it bring to us? Now, we started this. We will start all our chanting and all that always by reciting the 5 precepts. Yeah, and as we chant the 5 precepts of 9 consecutive nights, we do it every day in the morning. But this particular season of Vesak, we do it at 9 nights. In fact, we can do it, we have to do it every day. That is to remind us to be more, remind us to live an ethical life. It is a reminder of Vesak. There's another group of people like that. We practice, we call it is like a pati dana. Yeah, they practice what they know. So when we chant the 5 precepts every night, we promise ourselves that we want to be good people, we want to be morally upright. Yeah, as what is stated in the Metta Sutta. Ujja Satchu, it was special recorded in the Metta Sutta. Sakko Ujja Sujuja. Upright, perfectly upright. Yeah, so that's what the Buddha says. So we, as we chant, as we recite our 5 precepts, we promise ourselves to be morally upright, to live a very ethical life, so that every is a reminder every year. Yeah. Okay, so we say that we remind ourselves and we reflect on the teachings in the Karaniya Metta Sutta. It says here, Sakko Ujuja Sujuja. To be upright, perfectly upright. So that is why we chose to chant the 5 precepts. Then after that, we also sang the Jaya Mangalagata. That is to reflect on the victories of the Buddha. And why do we need to remind ourselves of the victories of the Buddha? Is to remind us, and particularly when Buddha was enlightened, when Buddha was about to get enlightened on the final night, Mara came to distract him, sent the 3 beautiful daughters there to distract The Buddha resisted that temptation. And what does that mean to us? That means to us that this is all about our inner self-control. These temptations are actually self-restraint. We must learn to restrain ourselves. These are enemies within, not enemies from outside. This is reflected, if you think carefully, these three daughters of Mara, the three beautiful daughters that came dancing to distract the Buddha. These are our inner enemies. These are our inner enemies. Then also after that, you will see that when Mara has failed, then Mara with an army of people, all on very fierce elephants, came with spears and arrows, charging to the Buddha. The Buddha was meditating under the Bodhi tree at just about midnight. So Mara came with an army with a big army, spears and arrows, aiming at the Buddha, shooting at the Buddha, but the Buddha kept quietly there, meditated. All this was reflected back. And Buddha was never hurt. And this sometimes we reflect. What does it mean again for us? So as we chant this Jaya Mangala Gatha, we make quick stanzas every night to reflect on the meaning of this kind of stanza. It will mean that there are external enemies also in our life. First example was the inner enemy, the inner self. Second is also external. Yes, sometimes in life we do face external threats. Yes, we do face external kind of distraction. Yes, we do face external hindrances. Yes, external obstruction. Yes. So we must be inspired to know that the Buddha himself also had to face such predicaments. So we reflect on all these things. And when we chant, we reflect and we reflect and we reflect. Yeah. Then after that, we chant. After that, the first night we chose to chant the Dhamma Cakkappavattana Sutta. First night we chose to chant only that as the opening sutta. And of course, whenever Dato Dhammaratana was very kind to raise the first night's function by administering the tree that he find himself. We are grateful to him. So then we said that we chanted the Dhamma Cakkappavattana Sutta. And as we chant the Dhamma Cakkappavattana Sutta, we again reflect on the teachings of the Buddha. That remember, I've always said that in my classes, that this is the gist of the Buddha's teaching. The core teachings of Buddhism are all found in Dhamma Cakkappavattana Sutta. That's where the Buddha taught us about the Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path. So we reflect on this Four Noble Truths again. Don't think this is basic. Sometimes people say this is basic. No, it is not basic. This was the first sutta the Buddha taught to the first five disciples. And these five disciples are not people like you and me. They were all very advanced practitioners. They were very advanced practitioners lacking certain points before they can be enlightened. So the Buddha chose to teach them about all the truth and the Eightfold Path, the way to achieve this, to overcome this suffering. The Buddha left his comfort of his home, comfort of his palace. Purpose is to overcome this kind of suffering. How do we overcome this suffering? So the Buddha talked to the first five disciples, but only Kondanya can understand a little bit. Only Kondanya. So don't assume this Four Noble Truths as a very simple teaching. It is not simple. To reflect, to understand, know, to practice, and to fully realize. There are three modes of understanding the Four Noble Truths. To know, practice, and fully realize. Not expect. Three modes, not expect. So this is not basic. Don't count. And many times I heard people say it's basic. No. Even the first five disciples, I was stressed that they did not realize this moment. They could not also understand. So the Buddha only Kondanya, the most senior, understood a little bit and became a sadhana. The Buddha has to teach them the second teaching Anatalakkhana Sutta, then all of them realized on truth with the backing, with the clarification, with the explanation of Ananda. Then they understood, and they all. So it is not simple, it's not easy to understand. Many of us, we know the form of the truth, but we have not explored it fully. We have not fully comprehended that in three aspects. Yeah. So now, so let us not be disappointed. We know what we are still attached. Yes, we know attachment is the cause of suffering. We are still attached. Because even the first 5 disciples were not attached. So let us train. Buddhism is about gradual training. And the Buddha gave us the DIY kit to achieve and fully realize the Four Noble Truths. The Buddha gave us the way. That Eightfold Path. So that's why we chose to chant the Dhamma Cakkappavattana Sutta on the night minus of our Four Noble Truths Eightfold Path, which is the gist of the Buddha's teachings. We are all struggling, trying to fully realize this. Having realized this, you are enlightened. So we are still struggling to understand it. Okay, then after that, we chose to chant the Buddha Vandana, the qualities of the Buddha, the qualities of the Dhamma, and the qualities of the Sangha. Again, here, why do we need to chant this? Like I've said, every time we chant the qualities of the Buddha, the qualities of the Dhamma, the qualities of the Sangha, we remember, we try to emulate the qualities of this. Okay, point number 1, when we chant the qualities of the Buddha, Itipiso Bhagava Araham Samma Sambuddho, which is very clear, Araham and Samma Sambuddho, okay, then we say it's a Sutta. Yeah? So let us try to reflect. So for me, I will encourage people to reflect on the point of Sutta. What is Sutta? Okay, as an Arahant, of course, we all want to emulate that characteristic, character, the qualities of the Arahant. To be a Samma Sambuddho, yes. Itipiso Bhagava Araham Samma Sambuddho Vijja Charana Sappano Sugato Loka Vituha Sugato. So Sugato means yes, because it does someone, yes, does someone, yes. But also Sugato means he is a very good. Don't forget Sugato is also a Sugata. So he is also a Sugata. He is a Sugato. Meaning you say that he says something in front of you and still say that behind you is the same. He does not change it behind you. When he says you are good, he says you are good behind you. You are there, you're not there, he says the same thing. If he says you are incorrect, he says that the same thing in front of you and behind you. He's always very firm and his musabara is kept intact. So that's why I say that we must be inspired. So sometimes I reflect and say, oh, one idea. Yes, something very simple for us to follow. So we say, yes, we want to be like him and we speak the truth all the time. In front of him, behind him, we say the same thing. That is the quality of the Buddha Sutta. It does come one and also a good speaker. Then we will reflect on the Dhamma. And we know that the Dhamma is useful from the past and also useful now. We know that the Dhamma does not change with time. The Dhamma remains intact. 2,500 years ago was useful and still useful today. So we reflect on the Dhamma, don't change. Know that it is always intact. And then we also reflect on the qualities of the Sangha. We were unfortunate now that we cannot see those Arya Sanghas. Arya Sanghas that go during the time of the Buddha, we have no opportunity to interact, but we have this Sangha today. So we will reflect on that and then we will emulate the qualities of the Sanghas. So this chanting is not on waste. We try to emulate what we try to emulate the qualities of the Buddha. We remember the qualities of the Dhamma. We emulate the qualities of the Sangha. So there are many ways of emulating. You can do whatever you choose. The quality that is most suitable for us to cultivate. So this is why we chose. Then after that, we chanted the Mangala Sutta. And then as we chant the Mangala Sutta, we know what does a Mangala Sutta mean. It is about 38 blessings. But the gist of the teaching of the 38 blessings is to tell us that we must give up all these taboos and all these things. There are many things in life. Last time when we were young, we say we cannot do this, we cannot do that. Or sometimes this thing doesn't have any value in our life. So now, the Buddha has made it very clear what are the 38 blessings in our life. That is to be able, the most important thing the Buddha says. So as we chant the Mangala Sutta, we pick a few good blessings and put that to practice, put that to our firm belief. Example, he says, not to associate with fools. Asevana cha palanam panditanam cha sevana. Don't associate with fools, the Buddha says, because the fools will make your mind go wrong. Right? So the Buddha says, you associate with the wise. Wise people who can guide you along the path to understand teachings, to live an ethical life, not to live a life that's conducive for it. So that is why we try to, as we chant, and we will take this kind of qualities, and then we try to slowly. Remember, always we say the Buddhism is about what? It's about gradual learning. Don't worry what the 38 blessings they want to go. We just pick a few and practice, pick a few and practice, pick a few. And each time we chant, you pick a few. We got 9 days for the 38 qualities. 1 day we pick 4 qualities. 9 days for 36 qualities. 2 bonus we just cover last day. So that's how we do it. It's gradual learning. So when you don't chant it as a ritual, you chant it as a teaching of the Buddha. The 38 blessings. What are the 38 blessings? Don't worry with those taboos and all those pantang larang. Oh, we give up. Okay? And then we chant the Ratana Sutta. What does it mean by chanting the Ratana Sutta? You know, oh, this happened only recently last time, long time ago, you know, when there was a plague and all that. So the Buddha chanted and recovered. But what does it mean today? For us today, it will mean that this chanting do carry some kind of power to others. You know, example, sometimes then we are inspired, and we know that Ratana Sutta has done so much of good, but it carries some kind of some miraculous cure. We also refer to chanting for people. When we are not well, sometimes we do go for spiritual guidance, and the Bujanga helps us to build us, give us the confidence that we can. So this kind of thing we have. So it helps reinforce our faith, in Dhamma. First, I will look at it. Then we do the Metta, Karanya Metta Sutta. So how does the Karanya Metta Sutta help us again? We always must reflect. Remember, the Buddha gave us a very powerful tool. And among the most powerful tools the Buddha gave us is Metta. Metta as the tool to overcome a lot of hindrances in life, a lot of predicament in life. Metta is the best solution. I remember when the 500 monks were sent to the forest to do some meditation, they came back to the Buddha. He says, one day we cannot do. The 3 deities disturbed us at night. There was a lot of sound, a lot of noises, we couldn't focus. Remember? So we remember. Then what did the Buddha say? Yes. Let me give you a weapon to challenge those people. And what was the Buddha's weapon? Love. Metta. So metta is a very powerful tool the Buddha gives us to overcome. So the Buddha told the 500 monks to go back and you radiate metta to all these 3 deities and they will protect you. True enough, they went back, they radiated metta, and the 3 deities were so happy to have them back. Even help them, it seems, the story goes that even help them to unpack and comfortably sat under the trees and they all became happy. So that is the power of metta. Metta is a powerful tool given to us by the Buddha. So we must reflect, we don't chant Karanya for fun. we chant and we realize that metta is a tool to help us to overcome all our difficulties in life. Another tool, of course, is not covered in my chanting, is compassion. These are the two powerful tools of the Vedas. Metta and compassion. With metta and compassion, you can overcome all the difficulties in life. Right? So apply this all the time. You will not face difficulties. So we reflect, as we chant Charanya Metta Sutta, we know that we are very fortunate. We are blessed with these powerful tools. The Buddha guided us with these powerful tools. And among the most powerful is metta. So we know that we have got a very powerful tool with us. Go on. That is why we chant. Yeah. So now you know the purpose of these 9 nights for us to reflect on the teachings of the Buddha. Slowly we reflect, and we hope that we will come to our mind and we will maintain it there. And that is the purpose. And then, of course, we also did this. What we did was we also did the Chatamana Vata. The Yovadatang, Tayo Vadatang. Our Tiratana Vipalita. Okay, it's called the Chatamana Vata. It is a gatha taught by the Buddha to a young man called Chatamana Vata. Yeah. Because Buddha knew that Chatamanoka would face a lot of difficulties when he goes to the forest. This is all due to his past karma. He will be robbed and killed by robbers. So the Buddha taught him to take refuge in Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. And that is the purpose of us taking refuge in Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Dhammam Saranam Gacchami, Sangham Saranam Gacchami. So it is put in the Dharma form, whereby the Buddha taught Chatamanoka take refuge in Buddha, Dhamma. What happened when he encountered difficulty, when he was killed, he was ultimately born in Dhamma. He had a big palace with lots of students. So that is another way of reminding ourselves the purpose of taking refuge in Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. There are many stories are told, but these chose to sing the Chatamana Vata to remind us. We recited Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Dhammam Saranam Gacchami, Sangham Saranam Gacchami. And we also sang Yovadatang, the Chatamana Vata. And all these are the things that we use. These are our reflection for the Vesak. And we hope that next year we get more people to join us for this 9-night chanting, or maybe even we can do the 15-night chanting before Vesak. To remind us on all these qualities, then we as a reminder before the final day of Vesak. And that is how we celebrate Vesak. That is why I chose the title of We Celebrate Vesak. But there are many ways among one of them, and we did say it again, now you see around us today, many flowers are here. People take time off to redecorate. That's one way. Don't worry in whatever ways you do. The Buddha has assured us that when you pay homage to Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, we are guaranteed of good rebirth. Good rebirth is guaranteed, but if you reinforce your homage to Buddha, have more and more practice. That practice may bring you to realization. With that, I think I will say thank you very much. With that, I will say thank you very much. Joining us at Vesak again. Maybe next year we hope to have more people joining us in our chanting. We will slowly improve on the format. Maybe we hope that one day we will put your temple to do one night there, and every night to go to the next temple. So thank you very much again. So over to you, Brother Lawrence.
Thank you, Bro Leng Huat, for your nice sharing. So just to let everyone know, Bro Leng Huat has been very busy running up north to Penang and down south again for the Vesak. Okay, now let us dedicate some merits to all beings seen and unseen. Akasata cha bummata devanaga mahitika punyang tam anumojitva chiram rakkantu loka sasanang etavata cha amhehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva sabbe bhuta sabbe sattha anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idang me nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo idang me nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo idang me nyati nang hotu sukita hontu nyatayo Emina punya kammena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana patiya Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you everyone for watching. For other videos, please visit the links below. Bye bye for now. See you all next week where Brother Ananda is back with us.